So let's move on to the next data type. So by the way guys, all these different data types work in the same fashion. The only difference are their ranges and the storage occupied by them in your system. Alright, so let's see the next one. Next we have fixed point decimal, fixed point exact value types, which means these are the data types which has exact values. The range is from negative 10 raised to power 38 plus 1 to 10 raised to power 38 minus 1. Now this may seem a little confusing, but basically what if you try to evaluate this value using calculator, you will find a huge number, a really large number. So these two are basically numbers, exact numbers, alright. However, in case of floating point approximate value types, they are not exact values guys. If you see carefully, E10, it means that 1.79 into 10 raised to power 308, but these are not exact numbers, because if you evaluate these after one decimal point, there are 308 digits, but those 308 digits aren't going to be all the zeros. They will be different numbers. These are just approximate ranges. All right, so this is what the main difference between fixed point and floating point means. Now let's have a quick look on how to implement these, how to implement fixed point exact value types into your MySQL. So I'm just going to create a new column. So in the test2 table, I will be creating a new column. So by the way guys, this is how to create a new column: alter table and table name, which in this case is test2, and I'm going to add a column. So I'm just going to call it add column, and now goes the column name. So what should be the column name? So let's just call it salary, and salary should be of decimal type, and it should have 6 comma 2. By the way guys, let me explain what these actually mean. Alright, here is an example: salary amount decimal 6.2. The first digit is called a precision and the second digit is called a scale. First digit basically specifies the number of total digits allowed in your value. Alright, precision represents the number of significant digits used for storing the value. Significant digits mean the total number of digits before and after the decimal point. Alright, in scale represents allowed number of digits after the decimal point. So scale basically is included inside the precision. Well, we will see how this actually works in the upcoming example. That will make things more clear. Alright, but just for illustration, here is an example. Therefore, the allowed salary amount in this variable called salary amount with decimal data type range in the above declaration would be from negative 999.99 to 9999.99. Alright, so this is basically the range. How do we know that? The first digit is 6, so if you try to count this, there are exactly 6 digits: 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. And after the decimal point, there are exactly 2 digits, which is represented by scale, and it is declared in the second digit. Alright, so basically this is how you create a decimal or numeric data type. Now guys, these two names are also synonymous. You can use whichever you like. Alright, so let's just try to create one here. Add column salary 6,2. Let me just execute it, and it got executed successfully. Now let me just insert some values inside of it. Insert into test2. Alright, I'm just gonna install salary. So here goes your salary, and the values should be of maximum 6 digits, which means that let's just say 555 555. These are the 6 digits, but there should be only 2 digits after the decimal. In this case, it is assumed the decimal point is at the end, and after that there are at least 1 digit, which makes it 7 digits. So this is an invalid number. So to make it valid, let me just put a decimal here. Alright, so this is a valid number. Let me just execute it, and at the bottom you see this got affected. Alright, so this is how you insert a decimal or a numeric type. So let's see the result once. Select star from, I'm sorry, I don't know where I'm writing. Select star from test2 and let me just run this command. And here in previously I tried to insert 250, which got inserted here, and the next time I inserted into the salary column 555.55, which successfully got inserted without inserting anything into these two columns. Now guys, this table looks really small. Let me just try to make it a little bigger. It should be here somewhere. Preferences. Alright, this is the stuff I was looking for. Okay, now let's try to run it one more time. Okay, I hope now you can see it more clearly. So 55.55, this is how your decimal values are inserted. By the way guys, there is one more way to see the structure of the column, structure of the table. You can just use DESC and then give it the table name. In this case is test2. DESC basically means describe. It doesn't mean descending or ascending, as we will see in another cases. Alright, so in this case it just means describe. So let me just run it and it will show you the structure of the table. We have only 3 columns and these are the data types. It will say whether these are null allowed or not. So we have allowed null. If we didn't want to, then we would just use not null at the end, as we have seen previously. Alright, so this is how you use fixed point decimal. Next we will see floating point approximation value. By the way guys, these two are almost the same, fixed point types and floating point approximation value. The only differences are in their ranges and their precision. Its range lies from this number to this number, while in floating point the range lies from this to this, and the synonymous variable names are float, double precision, or real. Alright, so these are the main differences. Other than that, almost everything are the same. By the way guys, at the note here I've written MySQL performs auto rounding of a value entered as 1.009 may be stored as 1.01. So this is something you must remember, because sometimes when you try to calculate and find a different result and you are like, what the hell, MySQL, I didn't expect that, why are you giving a different result? That might be because MySQL tries to auto round off a number. Alright, so in this case this 009 may be rounded off as 1.01. So keep that in mind. Alright, so let's just try to further proceed. So this is the bit value type.